Hey everyone, so today I'm drawing an angel. This is based off of the biblical descriptions of angels from the Bible. I was inspired to draw this piece from completing a Draw Your Monster OC challenge that I did for a YouTube short, and I ended up drawing this angel, which I quite liked, but I wanted to draw one with a little bit more power behind it. So this is me completing that piece here. I was trying to have a more powerful pose and composition for this piece, so I went for a pose that comes from above to have the angel appear to be towering in the artwork, or at least that was my intention. And then I was trying a few things with the leg pose before I initially settled on them laying flat like she's floating. So for this piece, I ended up going in and doing my values first in black and white. So this was my first time ever doing it this way. I usually go directly in with color. And then I went in with a gradient map, and this is also my first time ever using a gradient map for coloring. So this was a little bit more of an experiment piece for me, but I really feel like this helped me get my values across, and they ended up turning out really well in my opinion. So I will probably be fine-tuning my grayscale to gradient map capabilities in some way so that I can utilize that method a little bit more in future pieces. After laying down the gradient map, I went in with a layer on top of everything and just started rendering out the details. The gold accents really came to mind while I was working on it, and they weren't planned ahead of time. I often have issues planning pieces and sticking with my original idea, so I change up my artwork quite a bit as I go, and you might see that a few times within this piece. I wanted to have my main focus be the lighting, so I'm working on putting the lighting coming from behind the angel, as well as having a lot of the light coming from the rings of the eyeball. So I end up adding a add layer and an overlay layer to the rings, and then I feel like that really helps lay out where the colors are going to go and where the lighting is going to go within my piece. And then I start working on the wings. So the wings were a little more complicated for me because I hate drawing wings. I hate drawing repeat designs. They're just very tedious for me. So this was the most complicated part of the piece. And then since I jump around so much, you can see me going back in and working on more of the lighting and gold accents. And then I also changed the eyeball. I changed it to an eyeball centerpiece for the rings instead of it just being a light. And then now I'm going in and adding the values, or the lights and shadows to the wings themselves. And thank goodness for the copy and paste tool, because I absolutely hate drawing wings more than anything. This part was so mind-numbing. After working on these wings for a while, I had the idea to go in and add a shadow to the wings. So I go in with a multiply layer and I add a layer behind the multiply layer, or I believe it's an overlay layer behind the wings. I don't remember, but that adds additional glow as if there's light coming from behind the angel overall. I really feel like this leveled up the piece overall, and you'll see it more at the end after I finally finish these details on these wings. They took me the longest. I think I spent a good hour just on the wings alone. I really appreciate symmetry tools, and I really appreciate copy and paste tools. We live in a world and a society of technology that I am very happy with. So I am just filling in a few spots that didn't make it over very well just due to the copy and paste and like where the arm position was. So this is me just filling those spots in. They kind of look a little wonky compared to the other side, but I'm not too worried about it. And then I'm going in and defining some of those gold details. I really am quite proud of this piece and how it turned out, especially with how the glow turns out on the angel wings after everything is put together. I really think that glow effect overall just really levels up the piece super well. I'm just super proud of this one. It's one of my favorite pieces that I've done so far. And after a while here, I'm just kind of working on small details. Oh, the eyeballs. That's what I'm working on right now. I couldn't tell where I was. I'm working on the eyeballs. And then here you can see me kind of working on additional gold trimmings and details and adding additional shine on the gold. Really making the angel glow and stand out. That was kind of my goal here. And then I wanted to add some feathers. I hate drawing feathers separately too. Those are awful. And I motion blurred those and then added a nice set of curve effect. And this is the final piece. I'm very happy with it. I think I've personally outdone myself a little bit. If you enjoy these types of videos and you want to see more, I do think you should subscribe. That would be totally cool if you did. And bye-bye.